Gyula Gózon. Gyula Gózon, 19 April 1885 – 8 October 1972, was a Hungarian actor and comedian. Life. Gyula Gózon was born on 19 April 1885 in Észak-Gyula, but grew up in Esztergom. With the mentoring of his brother, he could fulfill his dream of learning to be a singer-actor at the Actor School of City Rákóczi in Budapest. After graduating, he joins a group touring the southern part of the country, often working under harsh conditions, changing location and repertoire often. During this period, he has the chance to polish his prosaic capabilities, one that was omitted in Rákóczi's school. After playing in Tagumures and Mercury's Sick, he gains the attention of Miklós Erdély, the director of Oradé's theatre, who offers him contract in 1904. He plays here for 6 years and befriends Gyula Gózon, forming a lifelong comradeship and comedic duo. In 1912, Enda Nagy offers him to join his newly forming cabaret Apollo Theatre in Budapest, followed by years working in the Népopera and Károlyi Theatre. Gózon accepted his first movie role in 1914 in the silent film A Bekspotted Sajira, appearing nearly 100 during his lifetime. In 1917, he marries Lily Berkey, with whom he starts the Muscatly Cabaret, often appearing on stage together. After the venture failed in 1920, he joins the Belvarosi Theatre in 1927, followed by the Uj Theatre 2 years later. With Gyula Gózon, he gets a role in Kate Bavani, Hungary's first major motion picture, and like his mate, Gózon quickly becomes a much-used actor of the emerging movie industry, appearing in the first hits of Budapest theatres like Hippolyta Lakadja Mesura. In 1935, along with his wife, he is contracted to the National Theatre. On the account of Gyula Gózon, he is banned from work in 1941, followed by years of hiding in his Rakszliget home during World War II. In 1945, Gózon rejoins the National Theatre, enjoying a second flowering of his career for a decade. After his wife's death in 1958, the health of the now 73-year-old actor began to fail, and 7 years after his last appearance in the National Theatre, he died on 8 October 1972. Legacy. Gyula Gózon is one of the few entertainers who could be successful and active all along the years of the monarchy, the Horthy regime, and the communist rule. Throughout his long career, he appeared in over 90 movies, including silent ones, and was both a pioneer and master of the Hungarian cabaret. He received the Kossuth Prize in 1954. His former home in Rakszliget is now home to the Gózon Gyula Repertory Theatre, opened in 2005. Filmography. 1914, A Bekspotted Sajira Silent, 1931, A Kate Bavani, 1931, Hippolyta Lakadja, 1932, Tavasi 7, 1932, Sisakod Smerk is 1933, Potentatum, 1933, Rákóczi in Gyula and Night in Venice, 1934, 1933, Mind and an 8, 1934, 1934, As Such Rock in the Dream Corps, 1934, 1934, Lilac Opera Romance of Ida, 1934, 1934, Iglo Diakok, 1934, Emmy, 1934, Master Simis, 1935, Kersinum Pogiel the Zolt, 1935, Serami Almok, 1935, Villa for Sale, 1935, Bude Kakastan, 1935, Ace Moster, 1935, St. Peter, Essenuge, 1935, Nemilhedet Muscasa Nilful, 1935, Akolini Asor to 1935, Asisani Eleni, 1936, Hawam Salkani, 1936, Savada Keminis Bastan, 1936, Marian Avi, 1936, Atixata Zachin, 1936, 1937, 1937, as Ebony Hatave 1937, Echilani Lendon 1937, Sitasake, I recall them 1938, and Nasty Few, Essie Top Marvel, Razy Friday 1938, 1938, Borks, America 1938, Tizenham Kislani, Mossliog, Azagran 1938, Jonas Days 1939, Simways 1940, Salem Nem Sage in 1940, Shed Shiva 1940, Zavara was at Saga 1940, Theoli Castilla 1940, Ros Abba 1945, Annual 1945, His Exognable 1945, Tenatano 1946, Masala Film 1947, Kearney Musa 1948, Bistessa Strom 1949, Janica 1950, Dalvas Bazilet 1951, Tuscus Sig 1951, Kulinos His Sob 1951, Deune 1951, Civil Appellate on the State Department Store 1953, 1953, Civil 1954, Rockenock 1950. 1954, a Nikus and Edupon 1954, Fell Official 1954, Simon Mayhe, Shulates 1955, Gulanos Ismater Joe 1956, Seasotics Ta 1957, Jadal Sunny Callan 1959, Paul Lebes et al. 1959, Tignap 1960, Haram Cecil Elgo to the Minister 1962, 1961, Scott Acute Scalamot 1961, M.A. Nivam 1960, Wanamikon up less 1962, Isis Vasa Nep 1963, Paxod 1963, Edgegill Games 1964, Gossavu Ember Fiaminti 1964, Ernest Urkany